Okay, so this is the sweeping section from the form Siu Minjung, the small cotton palm, and this is kind of the technical area of the form with the most challenging aspects. As you can see, changes of direction, ambidextrous combinations on the right side, left side, just overall pretty challenging and hard to do. So let's break this apart step by step. So we will tackle this in two parts. The first part is the yielding, blocking, and initial pressing sweep takedown. Okay, so we have this from a couple different perspectives. For following along, you don't have to worry about doing this yet because it's going to repeat itself again in a second. But here we have the different elements of the first part. Okay, so let's try this again. From a horse stance, we're going to sit back to light, cross the arms and block up, and then we're going to step and cross and block up again. Push the left hand across, hook with the right as you sweep, touch the foot, block, and catch with your change of direction. So again, we're yielding one, we're driving the knee in two into hanging stance, dropping the right, pushing the left, hooking the right, and pressing. There it is, back to the fast way. So practice that a little bit, a few more times, and then we'll move on to the second half. The second half is the ambidextrous section here where we are blocking and sweeping and taking somebody down and then repeating everything on the other side. So we have this hook and sweep, the claw and sweep, and then we have catching and pressing, and then hooking and sweeping again, clawing and sweeping, and then a block and break combination followed by this Siu Minjung hand technique that we've already done once in this form. So let's look at this from another perspective. We have now kind of a picture-in-picture deal so you can see the different angles that are at play here. And if you look at the main picture, you see the cones that I put on the ground there. That's basically going to your 10 and 2 o'clock. So let's use that in a second here to break this section down and talk about the angles and the focus that we want on our hands and our feet. So here we go, we're facing straight ahead. We have this block and this hook. Now right here we have this foot position and the hook, and that's going to be going to 10 and 2 o'clock. From there, your claw and your palm are going to go to 12 o'clock. So as you reach out and the palm goes across, that's to your 12 o'clock. Your hook and your sweep, 10 o'clock. Your claw and your palm, 12 o'clock. So that's the first side. Do the same thing on the second side. You're going to shift over to your right, block, hook, and sweep, 10 and 2, claw 12, palm 12, shift across and hit down, claw and break, and then flower, Siu Minjung hands, all the way up to hanging, shoot up the knee, shoot out the palm, and hammer fist. That's all there is to it. So breaking it down into two different parts, the yielding and blocking, hitting the knee, and then driving the knee in. Essentially, it's an identical looking ambidextrous combination. However, the first one is yielding and the second one is driving the knee in. So I like to think of blocking and then attacking when I'm doing the form. Then we have a takedown sweep before we change directions. The second half of it is your combination of ambidextrous, sweeping, counter sweeping, and after your ambidextrous sequence of clawing and sweeping, taking somebody down, you have a hit and break combination followed by Siu Minjung. It's good to practice this section like it's its own row of the form. Even though it's not moving linearly like the rest of the form does, this is essentially like its own compact module or row in Siu Minjung. So practice, 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 and you will get it. Hopefully this was helpful for you, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.